Hi, this is Tiffany, and I love A.V.A. Live Radio.
This is Brian J. Klein, and I love A.V.A. Live music.
Hi, this is Naomi Som from Blue Cinema, and I love A.V.A. Live Radio.
Hi, this is Steve Minotti, and I love A.V.A. Live Radio.
Hi, we're Orange Avenue,
and we love A.V.A. Live Radio.
Hi there, A.V.A. Live Radio fans. This is Jacqueline Jax here on Hot Topic Tuesday. I hope you're having a great start off to your week, and hopefully you caught my show on Sunday as we talked about branding yourself. If you missed the show, you can catch it on the replay on avaliveradio.com in both radio and on-demand version and video version too. So you might be excited to see some of the visuals if you go catch the video version. I got a lot of great feedback from you guys on it, so I appreciate that, and I'm excited that you found it so helpful. And don't forget, there's an Ask Jax link on this page that allows you to connect with me directly and ask me a question or leave me a comment. So please don't hesitate to do that. I'm happy to help you guys in any way that I can. You know, that's what I'm here for. So today's topic for Hot Topic Tuesday is how to get your blog to go viral. One of the most asked questions on my page by far. So I'm really glad that you guys asked because it's a really fun thing to play with for sure. And you know that I play with it all the time. I do post constantly for about 4 different blogs. And A.V.A. Live Radio has a lot of fun sharing artists that way and getting things to go viral and helping people out. So we do a lot of that, that's for sure. So here we go. I'm going to tell you guys my top 5 tips for doing this and getting your blog to go viral. Assuming that you already have a blog, which you always should. I know that I've said this before, but I want to make sure that you always start from your own .com. It's really important because remember that Facebook and Twitter and all of these really great social networking sites that are so much fun to use are a great way to connect with people in a really quick an easy way, but you always want to start from your own .com because that's what you own. And without ownership, you can really be shut down at any time. So you don't want to build your Facebook page up to the point where that's the only place that you have a mailing list and you have access to people. Because what if somebody comes and shuts it down, or if something happens and they start changing the rules on you? Then all of your people are there and they're not able to connect with you should that page shut down. So you can see the real reason that you need your own .com because you kind of own that space, and that's really where you should be posting all of your stuff and working from there, kind of like a spider web. I have a big map on my wall, and when we do blog posts, I've got like our 4 main blogs: JacquelineJax.com, AVALiveradio.com, AmericanVocalAcademy.com, and Jax Couture. And those are the different things that we kind of like host. And from there, we've got this viral web of amazing social media sites off of every single one, and each one of those connects to our fans, and our fans connect from there. So you can imagine that a post from us definitely can go viral very quickly, and it goes in a lot of different directions. So if, say, you were just a fan of A.V.A. Live Radio and you weren't hooked up with the other pages, you wouldn't really see how far a post can go without really knowing the full picture of what we're all linked up to. But that's just a really good example of why you need to do a .com instead of just depending on one social media site. Now, assuming that you have a blog of your own, listen, do you hear the sound of crickets when you open your blog traffic counter and you thought that you posted what was your best blog ever and there's like nothing there, no response? Well, if you've got content that's like that and it's not really moving for you and it isn't great, it's not getting shared, and no one is signing up for your .com or your blogs or your social media sites, you need to pay attention because I'm going to share some of these secrets with you, and they're very, very good. They've tested. We've used them for years. I've personally come up with them just from interviewing with different people and talking to people that are leaders in the industry. And I always update. I'm always talking to new people. I just had a conversation yesterday actually with someone that is a really, really big leader in the industry, and he'll be coming on my show soon to do a personal interview so you can hear it directly from him. But he was telling me a lot of really good things about how they get things to go viral. And I think it's a fun, and to me it's very fun. To me, getting posts to do well and accomplishing what I set out to do is like my pastime. It's kind of something I've been obsessed with since 1994 or maybe longer, and I've grown definitely with the internet. So these things are tried and true, so you can do them. You just have to understand them, and that's why I'm here. So the first one is content. Let's talk about content. People share content for a variety of reasons. A recent study from the New York Times Consumer Insight Group looked into why people share content online. And I don't know if you've ever really given it much thought, but among the variety of motives was a desire to define ourselves to others. Now, if you think about it, you go on your Facebook page and or your Twitter or your blog website, and usually whatever it is that you're saying, you definitely use it to define yourself, even if you don't realize that you are, but you share content and that defines you. And that helps you connect with other people, maybe of like minds, right? You share a laugh, you share a joke, you kind of choose stuff and you fill your pages up with things that define you. Well, that's one of the reasons that people look for content and share content. And it's definitely a desire to grow and nurture your relationships. So by sharing and entertaining other people and entertaining yourself, you're kind of sharing interesting content. And that's the basics of why we share. Is now when you look at your content, you want to ask yourself if your content is interesting and entertaining enough for people to want to associate their personal brands with it. So now you have to think of, if I want something to be shared, is my content something that somebody would want to associate themselves with? Is it funny enough? Is it outlandish? Is it crazy? Does it relate to this person? And hopefully that person is your target market, right? If not, then you better rethink your approach and start thinking outside the box. If your content is remarkable, it's definitely it's definitely shareable. If it isn't remarkable, then it's not shareable. Sharing is a social activity and it makes a huge difference in your blog traffic and your lead generation. You just have to think. You have to sit back and really think about who it is that you'd like to attract and what it is that they would desire to share. So, for a little example of this, this is a funny story. There was a company, I think it was a company that designed a business suit for people who wanted to work at home. And what it basically was is people started working from home and they wanted to like work in their PJs, which you tend to do, right? If you work from home, they're on their computers. But then they found out that they had to do Skype meetings with people. And rather than get all dressed up for a 30-minute, half an hour, or an hour meeting, they really wanted to design something that you could wear to mimic a suit. So basically, it was like a half suit, a business suit that looks like you're wearing a business suit, but it's just from the chest up. And the product was so much fun that they released pictures of it on their website, and it went absolutely viral. Now, it gained over 35 million free impressions just from a soft launch of mailing list of only several hundred people. So like a viral spider web, this thing spread. And why? Because it was the funniest picture of half a suit and the guy had like his white t-shirt underneath it and his boxer shorts on. So he's sitting there at the table and he looks like he's all dressed up, but here he's like in PJs from the from the waist down. And he's holding his conference meeting. Now, I don't know if we all do that, but it was such an interesting ad that everybody wanted to share it and they all thought it was funny. And that's why it went viral. So make it funny, make it interesting, desirable, and don't forget to have your share buttons available where everybody can see them. It's not easy to share if they have to work too hard. So make sure that you're making it really easy for them to share.